I just want to show you guys something real quick. I figured since the new Guardians film is coming out pretty soon, and I'm a huge fan of nerd shit. Hold on, just let me show you real quick. Now, I got the IMAX poster of the original Guardians film at this one collectible store called Frankensons. This and the framing all for 15 bucks. That's a pretty good fucking deal. Sounds like I'm giving a promotion for the store, which I'm not. They didn't pay me, let alone know who I am, so I'm just giving them a nice little shout out for hooking me up with such an awesome deal. But oh look, now it's back in the corner where it originally was. It just randomly shifted. I wonder if the internet will have an uproar now. Now, there's this recent controversy happening in the world of the internet right now that upon the release of The Last Jedi trailer that came out in the Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, and I'm really jealous for any of you who went, by the way, where in the trailer we get our first look on what Kylo Ren is going to look like in the next film. Now, in the previous film, The Force Awakens, he has a lightsaber duel with Rey, and at the end leaves him a very delicious scar running from the right side of his jawline up to the middle of his forehead. Now, us Star Wars fans kind of looked at it as like, wow, Kylo Ren's gonna come back even more of a badass. He's gonna stir some more beef up with Rey in the next one, whereas we get that amazing shot in the trailer displaying that devilish look in Kylo's eyes. Then as people being Star Wars fans or just film fanatics just started to look at the trailer a little bit more closely, and they noticed a little continuity error within the film, and that is the different placement of Kylo Ren's scar. And everyone just lost their mind. They're like, what the hell? What's going to happen? Is the universe going to end because Kylo Ren's scar is being misplaced? What is going on here? And I'm basically here to tell all the people who are having a little bit of a panic attack over this little change to take some time to think about this and just chill out. So Kylo Ren's scar is misplaced. Is that going to be the reason alone that's going to stop you from watching this film? Now, if you're someone like myself who's just intrigued by what the trailer has brought us, just all these questions that are brewing up, it's like, why is Luke on the island? What is Rey and Luke's relationship going to be? And why does Luke believe that the Jedi ending is a truth? You know, the discussions that should matter within the plot of the film. But nope, we got to worry about Kylo Ren's little battle scar that Rey left him in The Force Awakens. Now, I know this is nothing new. I know there's like a meme out there that Star Wars fans are the pettiest people on the planet, and then they're just fanboys. And I myself can be petty about certain shit too, but this is just going a little bit overboard. Sorry to break it to you guys, but The Last Jedi just has a lot more going on than Kylo Ren's scar being misplaced, because I was able to capture that just from the trailer alone. Which brings me up to my next point, is that it's just a trailer. We jumped on this shit way too quickly without seeing the entirety of the film first. Now, is this something that's worth pointing out? I mean, of course, because you want to go inside the creator's mindset for them to explain why they would make such a change. And hearing Rian Johnson's explanations is rather interesting. Initially, he responded that the shift of the scar wasn't even a thing until a couple tweets later, he says that the reason of the shift is because it looked goofy running up through the bridge of his nose. I mean, yeah, it was a little mess up on his part because he was like, nah, it didn't shift at all. For him to turn around and say, well, we kind of had to do it because it looked goofy running up from the center of his forehead. I trust that answer more, because you want your character like Kylo Ren to look as menacing as possible in the sequel. And if the director says, hey, it's my intention to make this change because it looked goofy in the makeup, I think we should trust this guy. It's just that when fans come together to tear this guy apart over a creative decision that he made, which at its core is meaningless, it's fucked up knowing that none of us have seen the entire film yet. Whether the film will turn out to be good or bad, the last thing we should worry about is Kylo Ren's scar being in a different place than it was before. Now, is this something that should concern you? I mean, maybe. I mean, because realistically speaking, like, scars just don't magically move, like, at all. Perhaps Kylo Ren had surgery on his face that folded over certain parts of his skin, or maybe he used the Force to shift it over to make himself look more of like his granddad when he was younger. I don't fucking know. Maybe they'll show that change in a more natural way, just like how they did with Luke in The Empire Strikes Back, because the man got into a car crash right before he started shooting, and it fractured a couple bones in his face. Now, the Wampa sequence in The Empire Strikes Back just made it introduce the real life damages that Mark Hamill had. Just make it feel like a more natural way. Now, I don't know, because I haven't seen the film yet. So a little thing such as a scar, that's not gonna make me dock off points, let alone not make me go see this film. I trust Rian Johnson. I believe that his decision was the best because he believed it was the best, and I think we should all trust him too. Now when we go see this, let's judge it over the more important things like the plot, the acting, the directing style, and all the techniques that go into filmmaking be the judgment to decide whether we like the film or not. Now, those are my thoughts on the Kylo Ren Scar controversy. I thought I would address this because I'm a Star Wars fan and I like the series, so when I see people on the internet getting upset over a scar in the film, that's when I have to come on camera and say, guys, let's chill out. The film hasn't come out yet. Now for those who are fans or who are not fans, what do you guys think of the whole Kylo Ren Scar controversy? Do you guys like the decision? Do you not like the decision? Whatever your thoughts are, let's have that discussion down below. And as always, guys, may the Force be with you.